So oftentimes when you're multiplying polynomials, you'll have to use something that's more complicated than the FOIL method. Now, when you multiply a binomial by a trinomial, what you have to do is you have to do something a little bit more complex. So a binomial is any polynomial with two terms. You can tell because it starts with the prefix bi, like bicycle. And like a bicycle has two wheels, a binomial is going to have two terms. So then a trinomial is going to have three terms. So a trinomial is going to have three terms. And that's going to come from the prefix tri. So a binomial would be something like x plus 2. That would be a binomial because it has two terms, x and 2. And then a trinomial would be something like x squared plus 3x plus 4. So this polynomial has three terms, x squared, 3x, and 4. So when we want to multiply these two polynomials together, what we're going to do is we're going to underline each term in the first polynomial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to underline the first term in red, and I'm going to underline the x. What I'm going to do with the x is I'm going to multiply it by every term in the next polynomial. I'm going to multiply it by the x squared. I'm going to multiply it by the 3x. And I'm also going to multiply it by the 4. So what is x times x squared? That would be x cubed. And we know it's x cubed because we have 1x over here, 2x's over here, so putting 1 and 2 together is going to get you 3. So that's why I have x cubed. Next, I want to multiply x by 3x. And when I do that, I get 3x squared. So 3x times x is going to give me 3x squared. And then the last thing I need to do is multiply the x by the 4. And when I do that, I just get 4 times x, which is 4x. So now I've multiplied everything over here by x. So I'm done with the x. The next thing that I want to do is I want to underline the next term, which is the 2 right here. So I'm going to do this in blue. And what I'm going to do is exactly what I did last time. I'm going to multiply every single term in this polynomial by the 2. So I'm going to draw an arrow from the 2 to the x squared, to the 3x, and the last arrow is going to go to the 4. So we're going to multiply all three of these terms by the 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 2 by x squared, and I'm going to get 2x squared. 2x squared. And notice that I'm putting that directly under the 3x squared because the exponents, the 2, are going to match up. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the 2 by the 3x. What's 2 times 3x? That's going to be 6x. And I'm going to put that under the 4x right here. And then the last thing I need to do is multiply the 2 by the 4. And those are just regular whole numbers. So 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. So I'm going to put that over here. Now that I'm done multiplying, I'm going to add the two polynomials together. So I'm going to switch back to white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big plus sign off to the side in parentheses. And I'm going to draw a line underneath like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the like terms together. So the x squareds are going to go with the x squareds. The x's are going to go together. And then the x cubed and the 8 are the only terms that are not matched up with like terms. So they're going to be on their own. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the x cubed. Just bring it down the way it is. Next, I'm going to add up the x squared terms. 3 plus 2 is going to give me 5. So I'm going to have 5x squared. Notice that the 3 plus 2 is going to give me 5, but the x squared stays the same. Next, I'm going to add up the terms that end with the x. 4x plus 6x is going to give me 10x. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the whole number, which is positive 8. And then I'm done. So once you're done adding up, you have your product.